We're here at the second day of Podium, and now I have a very interesting guest. His name is Chi, and he is here with Exotic Agency, and he's going to share us more about his product that they are developing. It's an interesting game with virtual reality, also a set, a deck of cards, and a lot of branding that we're going to go into. So,
Yes.
Chi, welcome to Startup Revolution.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
I'm absolutely excited to dive into this conversation. But before we start, let's find out more about you. For the people watching, can you share more about your background? Where do you come from? You said that you're from New York, but you moved
Yes.
here in Slovenia. So can you tell us more?
Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Chi, and I was born in New York actually. I lived there till I was 5. Then we moved to Slovenia. My mom is Slovenian, so I'm half Slovenian. And I'm 21 years old. So I've been living in Slovenia for 16 years now. I can speak fluent and everything. But New York definitely left a big impact on me. It's a big city. Everything is big. And since forever, I've kind of dreamt big. And I think that's definitely something that shaped my whole vision with my brand EXO, to not limit myself. And it all started, with music. Before there were trading cards, before there were clothes, I started making music in 2021. And actually, in 2022, July, I actually made a breakout hit called Ragnarok.
Oh, wow.
And at 19 years old, straight out of high school, I became the #1 most listened artist in Slovenia.
Yeah.
So it was really the success, for music hit me very fast. I'm so grateful for it. But that was the first time I really proved my manifestation in progress, because I said to my friend, within 1 year, I want to have 1 million monthly listeners. And I was just at 30,000 at that time. And then in just a couple of months after that, I reached that goal. And it really opened my mind to the possibilities of, what you can do if you really believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
So I'm a musician. That's how I started my artistic career and also my business career. I did most of my promotion myself on TikTok. As you know, if we live in Slovenia, you can't really post to American TikTok. So I had to make a break. So I had to make a workaround, which I won't share here, but I managed to start posting on American TikTok, and, it started gaining more views, my music. And yeah, it's actually a journey. It's been a journey.
That's amazing. And I feel like it's so inspiring, especially for your generation. And regarding the impact that New York had
Yeah.
in you and the start of your career, I mean, like you can see that in your presence, your style, the way you carry yourself. I feel like that's really interesting. It's very expressive, and everything about you that you're wearing right now has its own story.
Yeah.
So can we start from there? Let's talk about, we mentioned briefly something about your music career, but let's move on to the clothing brand. And what are these initials, and what does it mean?
Right. I love that question. And let's get to the clothing brand, right? So 2022 passes, and an idea comes back that I had already in 2021. I wanted to start a clothing brand before I even started music, actually. And then we come to 2023, and I combine music and fashion into this brand that would combine, fashion with music through this interactive story. So I would release a set of clothing and then release a soundtrack at the same time that would match the vibe of the clothing.
Yeah,
And
wow.
that's, from that, kind of blend of disciplines, I started developing this whole universe called the Exoverse.
Yeah.
Right. And it's this universe. At first it started as, this universe that was intangible in my imagination. I was just writing about this higher self, this higher dimensional self of EXO, and basically this whole concept. So let me tell you about the clothing, right? The way that I infused story into clothing is by saying that each piece of clothing is an EXO relic, right? So it has this deeper meaning to it. And this was actually one of the first EXO relics,
Oh, wow. Oh, we have the pleasure to see it live in
the
person.
EXO pants. And the thing that goes full circle in the story is that these pants, right, they're from a Korean brand called Thug Club. It's not from EXO. This style, the inscriptions, they kind of inspired the vibe from EXO. But then I evolved EXO forward, and now that I have my own clothing brand, this here
Well, you
you
can
can
show it to
see,
this camera
yeah,
over
there,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's
Great.
the logo, right? This is now my brand, and now everyone thinks that these pants are also from my brand. So it's kind of a full circle moment. So these pants, they're the EXO pants, and they go way back. Even before I had my own clothing, I kind of, infused clothing with this, higher energy, if you
Wow.
can understand, it's an extension of the self. I feel like every expression that you do, if you express yourself through style, it's still a part of you. You're expressing something that can't be done with words.
Yeah, but it creates this like a portal in your universe
Yeah.
that you kind of created. So everyone that supports it and kind of buys the brand or listens to the
Yeah,
music, they get
exactly.
kind of teleported to the universe and they kind of feel the energy of what you're creating.
Yeah.
But when we get to the logistical side, how did you get the funding to actually launch the clothing brand? How did everything start? Did you do a campaign around it? Or did you find someone that would want to also invest in that? Or do you fund it yourself?
Yeah. So basically, right? About funding, I did get some funds from my music career, right? So I was able to actually, pay my college tuition for 2 years for audio engineering. So I have a certificate in audio engineering. I invested into that, and then I also invested the stuff that I made from music into, making my clothing brand, designing samples, etc., etc. But the interesting thing is that none of this is actually for sale yet. I haven't
Oh,
launched
okay.
the clothing brand yet. I haven't launched the cards yet, really. The thing that I've been building, I haven't even launched, my new wave of music, my vocal music.
No, so this is exclusive right now.
Exactly. It's all unreleased. EXO is actually unreleased, and it's releasing in November 2025.
Awesome.
I've been pushing back the release date for a long time now, because I've just kept adding. I've been growing the community. So I hope to grow the community big enough that we can all enjoy, EXO, because it's something that brings people together, something that everyone can share. It's my whole mission was to create something bigger than myself, to create EXO as a platform where everyone can basically express themselves, express their true identity through art, right?
Wow.
And
that's
then
really great.
add even a higher level to actually make a living by doing what they're passionate about. I plan on actually making EXO into this. Okay, we have the first generation, right, which is trading cards. But in the second generation, which is already in development, is going to be a social media app mixed with a video game, mixed with also a commerce platform. And it's being developed by, one of Japan's top augmented reality game development studios.
Oh, that's
We've
great.
also been in discussions with Sony Music Japan, which is connected for the future of the EXO Go app, which it will be called EXO, the mobile app. And in the EXO app, you'll be able to create your own brands. You'll be able to do what I did with Exotic from myself, from my room. Everyone will be able to create their own versions, their own movements, and build their own communities. That's my whole goal, to not just uplift myself as a person or anything like that, but to actually create a community where everyone is the main character of their own story, because that's what life is all about. I feel like everyone is unique. That's why it's called Exotic. Everyone is one of one, and once you embrace your uniqueness, that's when you unlock real life superpowers.
Absolutely. I love the touch of the community. Some of the biggest changes are
Yeah.
made by communities and by people feeling empowered and inspired because they're surrounded by people that have the same values, or
Yeah.
they want to share, for example,
Right.
stories, or they higher selves on what they want to do. So I think that's very beautiful as a movement.
Yeah, it's
If you
true.
look at, for example, the Expo universe or also Exotic right now, can you touch upon the segments that you have developed so far that are still not launched but do exist? So is the game, the clothing brand. So when it comes to the game, we have the cards, we have also augmented reality
Yeah.
implemented in that as well. Could you explain it shortly so people that are listening for the first time can grasp the
The
concept?
augmented reality concept.
More about the game, how it's connected to that, and everything that you have
the
right now.
trading card game.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, this is EXO the game. It's a next generation trading card game where your phone transforms into a gaming console. The way this works is that each card has its own quest. For example, this card has a quest called Take an EXO Snap with Fur. So an EXO Snap is an image. So now I can synchronize this card by taking a picture of myself because I have fur here. I place the fur in the frame, take an image, and now as you can see, I have now synchronized this card. And if I place it on the playing field, and I tap the image onto the card, and now this card's power is doubled just because I'm wearing fur and I boosted it from real life. So this is kind of how EXO, revolutionizes this digital and physical blend. You can use real life items, take a picture of them, and boost your cards with it.
Okay.
Inside
Awesome.
of the game.
This podcast would not be possible without our sponsors. So huge thank you to ProCredit Bank Macedonia for sponsoring Startup Revolution. And also a huge shout out to the PODIM team for allowing us to be at the conference and film all of these wonderful conversations. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. And where does the augmented reality part play into this game?
Yeah, so augmented reality, what I just did is actually augmented reality.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's in this way, which I think has never been done before. Because the definition of augmented reality is enriching physical objects with digital overlays, right? And that's what I just did. That's a physical object.
Yeah.
And and this is a digital overlay. So I just augmented that card and boosted it.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
in a classical sense, augmented reality as in programming, as we all know it, actually comes in play in the second generation. As I was saying, it's the app called EXO Go, aka EXO, the app that will be available on the App Store. And this app introduces this new concept where you can create your own digital avatar. I don't know, are they gonna be able to see it?
I don't know.
Is okay?
We'll check.
You can see it?
Can you see them? Okay, great.
So here you can see, right? The avatar. Yo, bro, go there. This is his avatar.
Oh,
He
awesome.
created it within our app. So this is his twin. The
Whoa.
EXO COO's twin right there. And yeah, wait, show him the EXO shirt too. So as you can see, he's wearing a physical version of the digital shirt that his avatar is wearing. So he's matching. And that's what this app does. It establishes this physical digital economy where you can buy a physical shirt and at the same time your avatar is wearing that digital shirt in the game, and you're kind of synchronizing with it, which is a pretty unique concept.
Wow, that's amazing. And this was a fun way to show it, to explain it to people. So thank you so much for doing that. So how many people are in the team right now? I presume that you have work also with designers who helps you develop all of this. The cards, production.
To be honest, it's all done by me. Like
Really?
the graphic designs, the cards, the avatars, the implementations, the VR implementations. It's all really been done by me. And actually the only thing that I have outsourced is this manga. We have our own EXO manga where you can kind of read what he just did, The player, the character discovers EXO, he orders an EXO shirt, and then he creates, wait, let me go again.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I think it's very visible.
the character discovers EXO on this page, he orders the EXO shirt, he scans it, and now he creates his own twin avatar, which he can use in reality. And this will be a continuation. This is just the start of the manga, and we plan on expanding into an anime in the future as well.
That's amazing.
So this is one thing. I've hired an illustrator for the manga. I've
Nice.
written the story by myself. So yeah, I did all of it by myself basically. But these are my friends, which are going to be helping, especially when we expand, because I'm in the phase of actually, I'm based in Slovenia right now, but in October, most likely in October this year, I will actually already move to Japan to establish a Japanese branch of EXO next year.
We're gonna have this video on our YouTube channel, and when you go to Japan, make sure to comment on this and say,
Okay.
"Now I'm commenting from Japan, letting you know that I did it."
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
So yeah, my friends are gonna be helping to run operations here, manage stuff. But yeah, especially when we expand, I'm gonna need to build more of a team.
Amazing.
Especially for the app that we're talking about. I do have the team, which it's a company that develops augmented reality games, and it's a Japanese company. So I'm connected with them. They're going to be helping me develop the game itself, the app.
Great.
But
That's
yeah, the
amazing.
trading card game, it's all by me.
Great.
And
Oh yes, one more thing that was involved. Yeah,
this, right?
gadget.
The gadget. As you can see, it's a themed gaming console, and it's all connected with the trading card game. It's called the EXO Pod. Here you can see, right? It's custom icons, custom UI, so it's a portal into our world. It's going to be available on Kickstarter in November as well, and it's going to be alongside the trading cards and everything. So it has camera functionalities. As you can see, you can take pictures, so you can actually complete missions with this little device. And it's also a music player on which I will release my first album. It's going to be 7 Japanese songs, and it's called EXO the Album. So it's a music player,
You can bring it closer to the mic so you can hear some of them.
This is like an English song.
Great. Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Love that. Whoa, thank you for taking us in your universe. This was
Yeah, I
amazing.
appreciate
I
it.
love it. And I just want you to share, for example, your social medias. Where can people find you?
Yeah.
How big is your community right now? Do they have even some kind of channels where they communicate and share
Yeah.
about the game? What's
Yeah.
going on? You can share more about that just to kind of wrap up.
So our Instagram is EXO the Game. Our TikTok is also EXO the Game. And if you want to check our website, it's exothegame.com. And everyone, stay tuned. Keep being updated on the Kickstarter that's launching in November, because I feel like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to be early on something really big.
Awesome. Chi, at the end, I would just want to ask you, do you have any words of encouragement for any other creatives such as yourself? Because probably maybe some young Chi out there is looking at this podcast. What would you say to him or to her, to someone creative that's at the beginning and has so many ideas that they want to develop? What would you
Yeah.
give as advice?
So I'd say that you have to learn how to enjoy the process and not focus on some end goal that you think. Because when I started making music, my first goal was to get to 1,000 subscribers or something. Then when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you're going to want to get to 5,000. When you get to 5,000, you're going to want to get to 10,000. And when, I got to 1 million monthly listeners, I wanted to get to 10 million. And I'm pretty sure the artists that are at 10 million want to get to 50 million. So it's a never-ending cycle. And if you can free yourself from that cycle and just be grateful for what you have in this moment, that's when magic is going to start happening in your life.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Just another wrap up question on my side is why do you think it's important for people to listen to podcasts such as this one? What's your point of view?
Oh, I mean, for sure to expand your horizons. There's definitely so many ideas out there that you would never hear about if you weren't watching these podcasts, getting inspired by them. And for sure, I'd say don't be afraid to copy some things that you see. If something inspires you from exotic, connecting music with clothing, you can use it, and you can use that concept for your own project. That's why I actually do this, to inspire people, to chase their dreams. So don't be afraid to copy and use inspiration.
Awesome. Chi, thank you so much for being a guest at Startup Revolution, for
Thank you.
taking us in your universe, sharing all the things that you're working on. I think this is so amazing. And I hope your community grows and you share this message and energy. And hopefully you will reach new goals. And next time, probably we're going to see each other with even greater things that you've done. So thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
All the best.
Startup Club Skopje, subscribe and hit the bell icon. All. And now
$5.
we can watch videos. Yeah.